Hi everyone. In today's video we're going to be discussing are steroids better for muscle growth or for strength. Without any doubt, steroids, SARMs and PD are going to help you build muscle and strength at an accelerated rate. But which will it help more? Actually there aren't studies about it, so a lot will come from bro science and anecdotal evidence. The first thing to point out is that the results will depend from genetics. Some people are going to gain a lot more muscle and strength than others. It also depends on what PD you're taking. In fact, some of these compounds are going to be more beneficial for strength, while others will affect more hypertrophy. For example, halogestin is an extremely anabolic steroids, which will dramatically increase your strength, but would not build a lot of muscle. In comparison, if you take testosterone, DICA, D-bol, and Adderall, you're gonna gain a lot of size and strength, but a lot of that strength comes from putting on more weight. So, if you have a class weight to respect for a competition, and you can't allow yourself to go up on the scale, you rely on certain steroids that allow you to get stronger but not bigger. Also, like any supplements out there are people who are hyper responders and people who are poor responders. In fact, two people using the same cycle won't get the same results. But in general, people who respond well to building size and or strength when natural are the same individuals who are going to respond well when adding in PD. Another thing is that your genetics will also affect how well you will respond to doses. There are people that get amazing results with low doses, but when they add up, they don't respond as well. So, everyone is different, and a lot of this will depend on your genetics. That's the reality of things. But how much strength can you actually gain above your natural genetic limit when taking steroids? Well, it depends. The first thing we need to consider is how much do you weigh. If you have to weigh the exact same amount, your strength is not going to go up as much as if you're able to bulk up. So if you're competing in the 148-pound weight class and you're natural, after taking steroids you can expect your strength to go up by 5 to 10%. Instead, if you don't have weight restriction and you can go up on the scale, in that case you can expect to gain up to 15% more strength on average. There are people who are able to gain more than 15% and people who are getting less. Like I said earlier, it all depends on genetics and how you respond to steroids. What about gains in muscle size? You will put on 15% more muscle with steroids on average. Even with hypertrophy, the same that I said about strength will apply. Much will depend on your genetics and how you respond to steroids. This number can also vary, depending if you start taking steroids when you reach your natural genetic limit for muscle, or before getting there. For example, although I don't suggest it, if a new lifter starts training and also starts using steroids, he will put on a ton of muscle, because he will experience both newbie gains and newbie steroids gains. So, if rate of growth will be huge. But, you can't expect these growths to last forever. Eventually, they will slow down and dramatically diminish, even if you take steroids. You can start at low doses. You'll make amazing gains for perhaps the first year. After that, probably going to be at your genetic limit on those doses. So you reach your limit, and to grow more you have to up the dose. But the gains would be smaller. The laws of diminishing returns will apply. My advice will always be stay natural, because steroids are going to affect your health, and I don't think it worth the cost of sacrificing years of your life to have more muscle. But, if you still want to take PD, which is your choice, please use the lowest dose possible, and probably the safest one to use would be testosterone. So in the end, the answer to the question, PD are better for growing muscle or strength is, it depends. Some people are going to get better results for strength on steroids, others for building muscle. It will depend on what steroids are you taking. Are they more androgenic or anabolic? If they're anabolic, they're likely to build more muscle, and less likely to build a lot of strength. Also consider that you need about 10 years of training to reach your natural genetic limit. And when you add steroids, you can expect to grow for 5 more years at max. You might be able to get a little bit bigger after that, but the gains are certainly going to be drastically diminished. Hope you like the video. Check out my diet book if you want to know how to definitely lose fat. Also, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like and share it with your friends. See you on the next one.